Hello, everyone. I believe I am officially live. How is everyone today? I also believe I have the chat set up where I can actually see it on my computer this time. We'll see if that works. And yeah, um, let me know if you're here. If you are, thank you so much. If you have no idea who I am GINX. I'm pro audio engineer, and I specialize in podcast production, voiceover, audiobook, that sort of thing, where I work with clients to record their either podcast, voiceover, or audiobook. And I fell upon the rabbit hole of reaction videos and decided I wanted to do it, and I've been having a blast since. So that's what we're here today. I just wanted to hop on and I don't know if I'll do this every week, but I definitely want to have these lives where I'm just connecting with the community. So that's why I'm here today. It was definitely, this will definitely be more planned ahead in future times. But um, I felt the urge, I felt the need and the want to get on here. So let me see. I am checking some things with tech right now. And so bear with me. Thank you. Let's see if. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think I have everything set up. If you are here, I would love to see a chat pop up. That at least helps me know that I am streaming and, let me know that you can hear me and see me and let me know you're here and how you're doing today. So let's see. While I wait to see if anything pops up, I think what I'm going to, as I go through the day or whatever, as I wait until people hop on and say hi, uh, I definitely want to make some updates to different things, such as my Patreon page, which is definitely a work in progress, such as is all of this with the channel. And I want to also just make sure to just show the gratitude and share the gratitude I have for everyone who has been watching, who has been subscribing, who's been liking, sharing, commenting. It's making my heart happy. And I want to celebrate that as often as I can by getting on live. Now, I am looking at some of my settings and I cannot tell if I have a good connection. So, let me know how that's going for you guys. And if you're here, you know, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. I want to interact with my humans, the humans who are here and so the humans in the community of subscribers have just blown my mind in the best of ways. And I'm so excited to see what happens with the channel. I realized my monitor was on. I hope I didn't sound funky. Hmm. But Hold on. Hold on. Bring that up a little. Kind of just tweaking some tech stuff. I'm so new at most of this. Yeah. YouTube world at least. Let's see. Excellent. Thank you, Wrench Reviews. I appreciate you. Hello, how are you today and where are you coming from? Where are you? Where are you in the world? I'm in US, Ohio. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just decided to be here, see who comes on, see what we end up talking about. Um, One of the things I just absolutely need to do is I've said it a million times. I said it already here, so I don't know. Is honestly freaking update my Patreon page to talk about the goals and the reason, what where I want to take this, where and it's all interconnected with my business as well. So I want people to understand, my goals for that. I had no idea that I'd be monetizing this. It was just one of those things where I was like, "Oh, this looks like a blast. I'm going to do it." And then these people have these amazing humans have come to watch it and enjoy it and subscribe. I just am so grateful. I've said that many times already. But I don't have a very good plan today other than connect with cool humans. Very cool. Old man. Old YouTube moderator here from Manitoba, Canada. I've got some friends in Canada. I forget where my one friend is specifically. Yeah, I have a couple different friends, and I couldn't tell you exactly where they're from. I just know that they are fellow Canadians and they're awesome. I have one friend who's Candace from Canada, and I absolutely love that. I always introduce like this is Candace from Canada. I So since you are here, Wrench Reviews, do you have any thoughts, questions? Have you seen my reaction? Like, you know, tell me about you, or ask me a question. What do you want to know? I came on live a few times and it was later in the day. I can't do evenings during the week. Every other week I'm able to, but this is one of the weeks where I can only do earlier. Okay, I figured this. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. Sorry, ADD, ADD. All right. So, Wrench says YouTube hangs a wrench on my mood this part of the season for the name. Hangs a wrench on mods. Okay. Hangs a wrench on mods. Thus part of the reason for the name. Saw your reaction to Nightwish and Floor Jensen. Awesome. They are so good. I'm excited to do more. I have not yet recorded another reaction for them, but I will be. I mean, the next one I will say I will be doing story time next, and it will be sometime later this week that will upload. I do have a video coming out today, but that's for Falling in Reverse Last Resort Reimagined. Hello. May I ask how you say your first name? McCullough. I know that's the last name. A Nightwish fan aboard. Awesome. The Nightwish army has been so amazing. FYI, that day that I posted that, y'all, there were 5. Let me look. I'm going to look at the stats right now. The number of subscribers alone that came from that video via Nightwish Army blew my mind. Blew my mind. Like, what? So fantastic. So fun. I am so grateful. Yeah, looking at it now. I've gained over 500 subscribers via Nightwish Army. How freaking fantastic. And the watching the numbers from that when after I uploaded that video, I was like, what? I have that is definitely the I mean, you could look back at my content, my page. It is the highest viewed, the highest commented, the highest liked. Yeah, you are, loyal bunch. Absolutely. Wrench says, check out, is it Sabaton? Sabaton? Floor is married to the drummer. She features in the trailer music for their piece Christmas Truce. I have heard this. It is definitely on the list. I have a massive list that I have yet to like organize for all the things. Although I will say, Gabriel, I have that post pinned, and I'm going to. I think for Nightwish, I honestly think I'm gonna go down that list. Uh, in regards to Nightwish. Christmas truce refers to the truce that happened during the First World War. I would love, yeah, I would definitely love, I definitely will be checking that out. Marco fan, McCullough says, Gay McCullough says, I'm going to call you GM. I like to simplify things as much as possible. So GM says, I am a Marco fan especially. You won't hear him sing in story time, but I'm patient and will wait until you get to the duets between him and Floor and his solo work. I'll do it. Yay for patience, because I have so many artists and so many songs on the list already. But I mean, Nightwish is actually my goal. So my goal for a brainstorming thought process for the show is going to have like featured artists every once a week, which will be in my head. Again, this is not official, but this is a thought process that I feel really good about, is featuring, one day Falling in Reverse, one day Ren, one day Angelina Jordan, one day of Nightwish, and one day of Chinchilla. And then wildcard days where it's just whoever the countless other artists and humans that I have been recommended to check out. Or just some of my favorites. So, but I don't know. That's not for sure. That's a lot of days with a specific featured, maybe every other day, or not other day, every other week. split it up a little bit. Oh, yeah, I don't know how great my internet is. So I apologize. It's definitely going in waves. I see on OBS is showing like right now it's good, but it definitely goes in waves. So thank you for your patience and all. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to hear more. It was interesting, actually. I will say this. My mic is all over the place. I feel like the story time. I was like, what am I telling you about? I actually started to do a reaction video to story time. So that will not be something I have heard for the first time because I wanted to do a reaction to hearing it the first time. Did the thing and then realized there were tech issues. Went to edit it and I was like, oh, that did not work out. So I get to re-record that uh and upload it later this week. So in regards to Nightwish, how long have you guys been listening and part of the army? I immediately, as soon as I found out about the Nightwish army and like reading about the band, the background, the fact that there were these three, the three different leads, singers, um, just learning all of that and hearing your guys' stories. I've seen a few comments too of those who were actually at that concert with among 82,000 plus humans. I can't even fathom. So as soon as I started reading comments, I like fell in love. I mean, I already fell in love with Nightwish immediately. And then I immediately became, you know, the part of the army. Voice play. I think I may have that on my list. I do not. Wait. Oh, okay. They are an acapella. I have a list of acapella. I was like, I know I recognize that name. Voice play. I know that once upon a time, and I can't even tell you, it may have been a Maroon 5 concert. I don't know if I've seen, I feel like I've seen Voice Play live as as someone opening, as an opener for a concert. I had, and I know I want to do some pentatonics. I love acapella. So I adding that. I knew I recognized that. And someone had suggested it, but for some reason it did not. I don't. I didn't add it among the a cappella groups, which also include Home Free and of course Pentatonics, which I absolutely love them. I think I said that already. Awesome. I'm behind on reading. The buffering has cleared, so that's good. It's at this time it looks like it's pretty solid for sure. Hopefully it just stays that way. I'm so excited about the fact that like I can continue this channel for an extremely undetermined amount of time just based on the sheer number of recommendations and suggestions I've already gotten in the first 2 months of this. Yeah. Yeah, the more and more I go, cuz officially listening to a solo chinchilla video and Nightwish, that was kind of my idea prior to listening to them and reacting to them. And then I'm like, okay, if I can't do this, I can't do this weekly because there's too many good artists. But like I also it's one of those things that I am so torn and that, with Ren, if you look back at my content, I did a massive binge of his stuff. I did a little binge of Angelina. I started with binge of Falling in Reverse because I know them. And uh and yeah, there's part of me that loves the binge, but then I'm like, when do I stop? And then I had the idea of like trying to feature artists weekly, and then I'm like, I can't do this because I like everything I've heard. So I get to figure it out. It's definitely, I just had no idea that I would get a following this quickly. I, I can't say it enough, and I will probably never stop saying it. Maybe not as often, but right now I can't stop saying the fact that it blows my mind how many people are on board with this and enjoy it. It's so cool and unexpected. All right, I've got to translate. Can I translate? All right, GM says I only found Nightwish at the end of 2022. I'm an old fart in my mid 70s and have fallen so deeply down the rabbit hole that I actually got a Nightwish tattoo about a month ago. Oh, that is awesome. That is that I cuss all the time, so yeah, that is badass. Mid 70s got a Nightwish tattoo. That is awesome. I love it. How cool. Oh, but at this, yeah, I don't have any tattoos of bands like that, but I've gotten to a point in my life that I wonder if I will eventually, like have like a section of the canvas, I call it, uh dedicated to different musicians and artists and things like that. I have ideas. I have 4 tattoos right now. Speaking of tattoos, I have 4 tattoos right now, all of which, well, there are 3 on my back, all of which I designed the concept, and then my armband is actually inspired by my cousins. One of my cousins are band tattoos, which is in a way completely different. It's a tribal water, like it's tribal style water and similar colors, but I loved it so much, and I was like, "Can I have it? Would you? How would you feel if I get an armband highly inspired by yours, but not the same?" She's like, "Do it." So anyhow, and the rest of them I created the concept for. I did not. The only one that I actually drew was there's one in the middle of my back, and it's like kind of a homage dedication type of thing to my brother, which if you've seen the previous lives, I talk about uh, how like I want to be doing what I'm doing and have the passion for what I'm doing. Not necessarily with this, but it is part of that. But I would not be the human I am if it weren't for the fact that when I was 12, my brother was 18. He passed away in a car accident. So I have a little tattoo that I drew up myself, and I'm not an artist in that way. Uh, And then I look forward to doing many more tattoos. Anyhow, got on that little rant, so appreciate that. Okay, I need to hold on, bear with me. I wonder if I can do this. I'm trying to see if I can translate this because I am not able to read that. I just see Angelina Jordan. So is it Juan Carlos? James says Home Free is another good one, which you just mentioned. Yep, they suggested that. Someone suggested that. And I need to experience. I cannot figure out how to say that. Is it Arion? I have them on the list as well. It's since the list. I couldn't even add this because it's not organized in any way. But I couldn't even tell you how many people, how many artists. I couldn't even tell you. And it's such a cool problem to have, and it's not really a problem. It's just got figuring out where to even begin type of thing. You can't even think about it. It's just like I gotta like pull one out of the hat type of thing. Which with like I know with Ren, with how large his catalog is, as well as Angelina, I um I think I'm gonna do a wheel of their music because how large the catalog is to select from. In my ADD brain, I can't make that decision amount. GM says I'm gonna call it Arion. Arion for now. Is a project group, great artists featured on albums that tell a story. Ooh, I love that. I don't know if were you on a previous live GM? Because I know someone told me about them and talked about how they are have the albums that tell a story. And then it made me think of when someone said mentioned that, and just now too, it made me think of Coed and Cambria, which they do like they have a whole lore and all of their albums are telling stories around that. Uh, which I have a friend who really liked them, and I got to listen to a lot of their music, but I know nothing about like the lore and the background. I just enjoy the music. Let me see. Bear with me, my friends. I'm trying. Yeah, it's not letting me. I wish there was a way to translate. I can't. Because usually they let. I know that on comments for regular videos, they let me translate the comments, and it's not showing as an option to do so. Oh, thank you. GM says that tattoo is beautiful. It is literally my favorite tattoo. It's the first tattoo that I have colored. Everything else is black. And it's the first tattoo that is not on my back. Because back in the day, I got my first tattoo when I was 18. And for some reason, I had this like idea concept of my back is my canvas. And that's just going to be how it is. I don't know why. I was very limiting back then for myself. So yeah, the arm tattoo means a lot in multiple ways because it was that like, all right, these I'm gonna color this one. I'm gonna have it somewhere other than my back where other people can see it. It definitely tell part of my story as to how I've changed over the years and evolved. just in the simple fact that I decided to 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 do those things, color it and put it on my arm. Jim says this Nightwish tattoo is my first, and I and will be my last. Probably found out that old skin doesn't hold the ink in place too well. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't imagine. My mom. My mom got her first tattoo, and probably only tattoo. She wants more, but that's another story. Um, but my mom got her first tattoo on her either 50th or 51st birthday. Ariane. I, okay, says I'm letting I'm liking your list. Me too. NF is on here. Ginger. I don't know how to say this one yet. Ivor. It's um that's on my list. Oh, of course, the big push from Ren, like with uh from Ren's old band. I say, of course. Someone suggested the Beatles and asked if I'm a Beatles fan on one of the lives, and the best answer I have for that is I am a fan of what they did with music at the time that they did it. Um, I am not a huge Beatles fan in regards to like Beatles mania. Oh my gosh, I want to listen to them all the time. I want them on my playlist. But in regards to what they did in music history and the types of ways they recorded things, especially in their later years, is really cool. And I got to learn a lot about it when I was studying music and media production. How funny. That's awesome. GM says, nope, this is the first time I've chatted with you, but Ariane is very popular. And love Ivor too. See? Yavor? Yeah. Um, you're seeing the neurodivergence dazed look that just happened. Let's see. I will tell you too. I'm going to throw in some wild cards, especially based on who I'm attracting right now, like in regards to who's following and subscribing. I am going to do some pop music reactions because I thoroughly enjoy pop, especially the production aspect of it. Oh my gosh, thank you. Hello. When are you back with Angelina's progress? I will have an Angelina's if you're still here. Uh, I will have Angel. There will be an Angelina reaction this week. It'll be later this week. I'll probably be recording it tomorrow. I have one actually currently. I have a different, not Angelina, but Angelina will be later this week. One more. Um, and honestly, I haven't decided which I'm gonna do. There's so many choices. Thank you so much, GM. I appreciate that. I am so excited to hear more. So thank you for asking and thank you for being here. And again, thank you so much to GM for translating that for me. I mean, I probably could have done the same too, but multitasking for me is a challenge. So I appreciate that. I have a question for you guys. So I don't know how much I've even talked about like my background other than on the lives. Other than people are aware that I'm pro audio engineer and things like that. Um, but I specialize currently in production for podcast and oh ADD Ivor. Okay, thank you, gay. Yeah, thank you. Um, wow. Okay, I was asking you guys a question. Thoughts and opinions on this. So I'm a business owner, audio engineer, produce podcasts, help clients with voiceover projects, help clients with audiobooks, recording, editing, and I'm trying to decide if I talk about some of that and if like I do some stories telling what I do and what I can help people with, or if I want to just, you know, I don't know if I should include that as part of this channel. And like, and when I say talk about what I offer, what I can do, on in Instagram and TikTok and things like that, I'm not very consistent, but I talk about what I do. And um and I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to add that into this aspect of things, into the YouTube world. I don't know if any of that made sense. Let me say it again just in case. I would like to know what people think if I kind of include like talking about my business and what I offer and how I can help in that way. Or if I just stick with pure reactions and do this cuz I had no idea that it would be this way and it's an amazing and exciting adventure and realization, and I want to put a lot of time into it. So I get to figure out what my capacity is between what I do for my business, what I do for Jinx Media, and what I do for Jinx Reacts. And I like the energy so much around this. And I want to there's the part of me that wants to include, hey, these are the ways I can help, like with my zone of genius. But I'm finding that with how real my reactions are, like apparently that's also my zone of excellence or genius or whatever. I need to actually read. There's a book called the Big Leap. I think the one that talks about the zones. Uh, okay. Thank you, GM. One says, I was moved by the reaction when I discovered I subscribed. I love that. Thank you so much. I It's so special to me to see how people are being moved, are being impacted by just me being, I'm just being me. I'm just doing my thing and being a dork and make it, I cut some things because sometimes I just simply do not make any sense. But yeah, so if you ever see those jump cuts, it's just because I'm either like not making any sense or I'm repeating myself. Uh, Other than that, I keep everything in. And people love that. I'm like, what? And the funny thing is, my goal and what I do with my clients who want to start a podcast and are like, should I do this? Do people want to hear me? Do people care? And I'm the one there helping them feel comfortable, feel safe, feel excited to share what they have to say, whether that's a story, whether that's life experience, whether that's work expertise knowledge. I help them understand why people do care. And here I am, and I even question it as I'm like saying it. Here I am reacting to music, and I will do movies later. And just how I always have, but not but along with friends who are like, why do we have to rewind this? Why what are you talking about? Like, why are you talking when I just want to watch this movie or listen to a song without it being dissected? And here I am surprised that I have followers. I have subscribers that thoroughly enjoy it. And I'm like, wait a second. This is the whole point of reaction videos. Why am I surprised? If I were talking to a client, if I were my client, I'd be like, yeah, no shit. Anyhow, so let's see. One says, I would like you to see the Argentine music since we like AJ. Abel Pintos, Argentines. Abel Pintos? Pintos? How do you. The song El Adivino? I have added that to the list. All right, Jim says, I think what you do sounds interesting and would like to learn more about what you see on the videos you react to. I don't think that on the reactions you're going to get many people who actually need your services, but how and what would you what you do would be interesting. Juan says Abel Pinto's like River Plate. Okay. I'm sorry, not like. Live in River Plate. Writing that down. Yes, I'm writing things down. That's Oh, what's up? Thanks for being here. Flannel is on point, they say. Yeah. I need to get more flannels. I've 3 that I've been using on these. Yeah, it's funny. There was like a time in like 2019, even in 2020, where I was doing brand photos, like brand photo shoots for my business. And there was always at least one outfit where I had flannel. It's just part of my personality, my brand. It's my like security blanket. That or hoodies. Sometimes I'll dress a little nicer, but only when I feel like it. GM says you may be interested to know that Marco from Nightwish is a sound engineer also. He credited on the Wacken 2013 concert that everyone loves so much. I have been informed of that, and so many props to him and the rest of the crew, live crew, post-production crew, everything. That production gets me emotional. Like the talent of the band, the crew, the post production team. Obviously, I say crew, the engineers, the mixing engineers, the front of house engineers, lighting. Gorgeous. It's so fun to see people who are just that good. It's so fun. So, let's go back to what you say. You say, I think what you do sounds interesting and you'd like to learn more about on the videos. So, I want to acknowledge that. One thing that I like to point out, especially for, just in general, but especially for fellow engineers that may wonder why my style is the way it is in regards to how I react. Because I do, introduce myself as a pro audio engineer, which I've been in the industry for over 15 years. So, but what is interesting and odd about how my brain works, and it works out for anyone who is not an audio engineer, I don't go into super technical terms, which is fantastic, for people that aren't in the industry. And I also wonder what the fellow audio engineers feel, because I'd love to like be able to call out what microphone's being used. I think I talked about this in the Nightwish video. I'd love to be able to call out what mics are being used and really get on the technical side and like immediately know like what different effects are being used in regards to whether it's live or mixed, recorded. But that's not how my brain works. When I'm doing the reactions, I do try my best to like dive into the audio tech in me. And I know for sure I will have deep dives. Like they will be called deep dive. And it will either be of like things that I know and love already and really dive deep into the technical stuff, like really dive deep into the way the mix is balanced and different effects being used. So I will definitely have deep dives like that, whether it be the people I know and love already and have done a ton of research on, or of videos that I've reacted to hearing for the first time, come back to those for a second round deep dive into the tech stuff. Does that make sense? And even those deep dives they won't be like overly like technical, but they will point things out that my ears as an engineer are hearing. Let's see. Micah, hello from a Finn living in Norway. Hello, thank you for being here. How is your day? How fun. So, can I guess, Mika, Micah, let me know. Um, are you a Nightwish fan? Are you a Nightwish army? I'm just wondering, because you seem to might maybe know, okay? I keep going between gay and GM. It's just what it is. ADD. I I I use that excuse a lot. I probably shouldn't, but I do. My brain's just whack, and it's okay. All right. Yeah, I need a bear with me. I need a snack. All right. James says they're that good. They are that good, and they obviously love what they do. They absolutely do, and they're damn good at it. Oh, I want to call this out too. I want to call myself out, and I also want to call out the people who called me out. I mean, I don't know their usernames or whatever, but there were. Okay, so I got over 1,800. I thought this was interesting. I'm gonna give you some info about the Nightwish reaction. I got eight. Last time I checked, I got 1,800 likes on that video, and of which 18 were. And then 1,800 likes and 18 dislikes, which I found beautiful. Like extremely grateful and blessed. I just feel so happy that people are loving what it just me being me. Anyhow, it's blowing my mind. I will say that 6,000 times. We could make it a drinking game, and I would be concerned for everyone's life. uh, what am I trying to say? So 1,800 likes versus 18 dislikes when I looked it up last, and out of like almost 300 comments, I maybe got like 5 to 10 comments pointing out the fact that my entire the entire video was set up in mono audio. And the so there's a few people called that out, and which I find interesting. There were multiple audio engineers who commented and did not comment on that because mono versus stereo, especially in the sense of a reaction video, doesn't matter on a big scale. However, I actually greatly appreciate the call out from the people who did, and I would guess that they're more of a troll, maybe. I don't know, but the way some of the comments were said, I was like, I think they're calling me out because, like, if you're a pro audio, then why would you do this in mono? And I will say, I just feel like talking about this. This is a good way of like knowing how my brain works. First of all, mono audio is standard, industry standard for radio broadcast in regards to talk shows. I'll say that, and podcasting and audiobook, unless the audiobook has sound design, which is very rare. And actually, I think Audible like requires it be in mono regardless. Anyhow, people were calling me out. And I responded to someone. Sometimes I can be a smartass, and it's just I can't help it. But I was like, okay, fair question, because they were like pro audio engineer who records in mono, question mark, question mark. And I was like, fair question, as if like they weren't really asking the question, they were just calling me out. I was like, yeah. So, and I explained the fact that, you know, mono audio is standard in podcasts and all the things. So that's what most of my settings, it's just auto set for the most part. And I started this channel on a whim just for the hell of it with and just said I'm going to do the damn thing instead of stopping myself via perfectionism and making sure all the things were great because this lighting sucks, this webcam sucks. And I just went and I just pressed go for the first time without caring because I just wanted to have fun, and I am. Without thinking, oh, it's probably a good idea to set the video audio output from YouTube to stereo so that you can hear the width and depth of the music. And so I explain. And that is one reason I link the original video in the description so you can hear that width and depth and you don't have to listen to me interrupt. So I just felt like discussing that and with that said, I truly do appreciate the call out because I updated my freaking settings to stereo audio output specifically for the audio coming from YouTube. And now it will sound better for people who care. And those people I'm sure are not I'm positive are not subscribers, but I'm glad they said it for future reference. You know, people who try to be trolls or whatever are hilarious to me because they're adding to the algorithm. And sometimes the feedback is BS. And sometimes it's helpful. It's just fantastic. I love it. All right, Patty, hello. How are you? You are not late. There is no such thing as late. You remember how I was actually accidentally late to my first one, so but no lates. That doesn't exist here. And thank you for being here. I love that you say hi to everyone, GM. All right, Juan says another, and I won't bother you in your art. You are not bothering me. Excuse me. If you're still here, you're not bothering me. Yeah, this is why I'm here live. This is why I'm here live. To interact with you guys. Another, and I won't bother you anymore. You're not bothering me. Anyhow, the warning from Mexico. Evolve, rock and roll. You're going to be surprised. Advertising in Latin America. The warning, I have heard about them as well, and they are on the list. But you're not bothering me. I love that. I love too that like this collection of humans from different fan bases. It's so interesting how Ren, Angelina, and Nightwish specifically are very intertwined in regards to interest in regards to music, and they're completely. It's all different. And I feel like as I grow and as I do other artists, these other artists, you know, I don't know. It's just amazing to me the connection that music creates around the world. It doesn't matter what language you speak. Music affects us all. We all relate to it. Beautiful. Mavis, how are you? Just stopping in to say hey before work. To 3K. Is it 3K? I know it was close. It was really close when I got on here. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, no, it's not. We're not at 3K yet. I might be with the way that the channel's growing. I might be after I upload this video. Although it's a falling in reverse one, so it's like I know as soon as I like do a Ren or an Angelina or a Nightwish, you know, I have no doubt that the growth will continue. 28 28K. What? And in the last 28 days, let's just talk about this for a moment. Last 28 days, because that's like how you can do 90, you can do, but they on the analytics they go by 28 days. In the last 28 days, I've gotten nearly 70, basically 79,000 views throughout the videos, almost 10,000 watch hours. What? In like 2 weeks ago, it was 3,000. I've gained 2.2 thousand subscribers. I just got my, here, let me look at something. Where'd it go? Yeah, I just hit 2,800 and then it just added 2,801. But yeah, thank you, Mavis, for hopping in before work. I appreciate that. When do you have to work? Do you have to work real soon? Micah, okay, any day now when it's clear sky, I will see the sun after 2 months of darkness. It will be great as usual. Okay, so I missed that. I missed a whole lot. Okay, just waiting on Polar Night to end, and I'm in the army. Nightwish Army, awesome. I knew, I had a feeling. That's so cool. I love that. Okay. So you're on the upswing now, aren't you? When will you see the, GM says, when will you see the sun again? I have the same question. Mentally, not in the army, really. Spell mistake. Oh. But I live way in the north, so that's why the polar night. So does that mean it means it's always dark 24 hours? And how long does that last? GM said, I was just thinking that reacting then deep diving on some videos would be very interesting. Yeah. And I've had people say the same. Someone had suggested that, which is where the idea came from. Okay, so then Micah says, "Okay, any day now. When it's clear sky, I'll see the sun after 2 months." Oh, 2 months. How often does that happen in a year? Is it just once? Or is it multiple times? I cannot fathom. Like, I would totally want to have a conversation, like not over chat and me like talking at you guys. That would be so fascinating to like learn about what it's like to live that for that 2 months. Patty says, "All fine, just recording and mixing some of my own music in Studio One." How fun! What type of music do you do? You probably told me, Patty, but I have horrible memory. Like it says, Ren led me to reaction videos. Ren, okay. I love Ren. Mavis says, almost probably tomorrow. Congrats on that. Micah says that O1 was me. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Have fun. Have fun. GM says there's almost always a way to phrase constructive criticism in a courteous way. Yep, music is universal. I started watching YouTube videos because all of my old fart friends don't listen to anything beyond the 70s. Have found so many welcoming and like-minded communities online. It's so true. It's so true. Ciao. I call you Ciao. I love it. Have you set a day for each artist yet, specifically Angelina? So we were talking about that. I have not officially confirmed that I'm going to do that because I'm just realizing that pretty much everyone I react to I freaking love, and it's going to be hard to feature weekly all the amazing artists. But I will say an Angelina reaction video will come later this week, either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So be on the lookout. I just went blank. I have not decided. That's what I was gonna say. I've not decided exactly which song I'm going to react to for her. All right, Micah says, is Polar Night 2 months? We have Twilight a few hours. Makes me sleep a lot longer than in summer because we have Midnight Sun too. I can't fathom. I have insomnia, so I can't. I don't think I'd be able to. I would not be able to function if there was not darkness. Which sounds funny. Like you'd think it'd be the like. I know that like without the vitamin D and without like the sunlight, you probably get really down. But for me as an insomniac, I don't know if I'd be able to sleep with sunlight during the night. And it's not like I'm not like when I say insomnia, I'm not like diagnosed, although I've never actually tried to be diagnosed, but it doesn't matter. I'm not. Point is, it's not like extreme or severe, but it happens, and it happens more often than I'd like. Patty. Oh, I'm a very weird mix of ancient or a. Why do I not know what that word is? I should. Ancient? Ancient instruments? Please tell me what that is so that I can lock that in my mind. Because I probably know, but can't tell. Guitar, bass, several flutes, jaw harp, genre no way. I love that. Bass. Ah, hi, Andy. Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you for being here. Micah, I've gotten used to it. 330 kilometers north from Arctic Circle. Wow. Is that right? Did I say is that kilometers? That is wild. Do you have like blackout curtains for the summer? Like those are blackout curtains. And I forget that the sun is out. I mean, today I don't think it is. It's pretty gray today, but because my bad English. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't. Yeah. Oh wow. Huh. Ancient. Okay. It's funny. I I don't know if I said it out loud or if I stopped myself before saying it, but that's what my brain went to. Ancient. Sorry, I'm crunching in your ears. Andy says, "What was the first concert you attended?" Mine was Emerson, Lake and Palmer with a full orchestra at Madison Square Garden in 1977. Oh, that is fantastic. Wow. What? What a awesome first concert. Mine, I couldn't tell you what year it is, and I'm not going to do the math, but I will say I was 9 years old. 9 years old. And I went, my very first concert was a Weird Al concert at the Ohio State Fair. And it was so fun. I love Weird Al. I grew up on Weird Al. Like, my brother absolutely loved his stuff. And talk about a musical genius. Weird Al is a musical genius. The way he does his parodies, so fun. And like, who does that? I mean, yeah, a lot of people do, but the way he does it is unmatched. So awesome, Andy. Yeah, you got spoiled with your first concert. But in the best of like, how cool. How old are you? Jim says I follow Cecilia from Svalbard. Svalbard? Yeah, I don't know. She might be further north than you. Oh wow. Schnell said, Andy says, Weird Al is great fun. Back in my day, we had a radio DJ named Dr. Demento who played wacky music. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Demento was part of Weird Al. Or was it like just not the same? Was it just someone else with that name? He was a big part of Weird Al's stuff. Andy says I'm going on 19. I was going on 19 for my first concert. Yeah, people are like, your first concert when you were 9? Yeah. Yeah, at a young age I was extremely obsessed with music by then, but especially by the time I was 12. James says I remember Dr. Demento. Yep. Like I says, my biggest concert was Prodigy back in the 90s. That's awesome. I've been to I couldn't tell you how many concerts I've been to. It's a fantastic problem to have. Well, right, yeah. Two different people are Weird Al and Dr. Demento, but I think part of the reason, oh, okay. I think part of the reason or Weird Al was able to get, like, I think Dr. Demento helped Weird Al get on the radio more. I think. I know that they have a connection. Ugh. Speaking of Weird Al, he has such like a piece of my heart. Dude is freaking one hilarious, a genius on multiple aspects in regards to both lyrically, uh, like performance wise, comedy wise. And who doesn't like love weird people? He's like he's the coolest weird human. My kiddo always says something like either I'm weird or why'd you call me weird? Like I'll say, I'm like, dude, it's not bad to be weird. It's good. James says, trying to remember my first concert, but I think it's lost in the distant past. My favorite was Alabama in the 90s. They connected with the audience so well. That is so awesome. You want to know? Okay, I would say one of the concerts that I never thought I would go to because I didn't know that he'd ever go on concert again. And when he did, I would have never thought that I'd be going, oh, I think my internet's being poopy. Hold on. Am I buffering? Um, I think it's coming back now. Anyhow, in regards to one of the coolest concerts in regards to connection in the audience, I mean, so many bands I've seen have that, but the concert I thought I would never attend and was able to attend because of my mother-in-law at the time. Garth Brooks when he came back, and I know I literally listened to everything. Um, and I grew up on country as well. Weird Al and country was what music I grew up in beginning. Um, Interesting mix, but I got to see Garth Brooks and talk about the connection with the audience. And then my favorite song of his is "Friends in Low Places." And the experience of seeing that live, both him and the way the audience just took, I mean, the sound of the audience singing every word of that song while he's still singing, like, and then of course he'd stop and have have we would have our moment, but even when it wasn't, I mean, the entire audience was singing along and so powerfully. It was so cool. All right, let's see. Andy says, when I went to Angelina Jolie's first public concert in the USA last September, oh my God, really? I realized, you may have already told me that. I realized it was my first concert for a star vocalist. All of my previous concerts were bands. That's awesome, Andy. Jim says, trying to remember my first. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Uh, Andy says, Jim, have you seen any videos from The Warning, a power trio of three sisters who connect amazingly well with the audience? Um, and I'm going to reference that too. They are on the list, and I'm pretty sure, Andy, you know that because I think I've talked to you about that. They are definitely on the list. I'm excited to check them out. Jim says, I'm a big fan of The Warning. I think that they are the future of rock. They are my second favorite band after Nightwish. That's so cool. And see, that's the Angels. The connect there's another connection between the Angels and the Nightwish Army. Patty says my first big concert was 1991 Guns N' Roses in Berlin. How cool. How old were you then? If you don't mind me asking. I like to know the age of which anyone experienced their first concert. I have to watch Time. FYI. Like in an hour I have to be gone. Um and knowing me, I will not get off until I absolutely have to. Although I do need to eat, so bear with me. I'm going to read some things and eat in front of y'all. Deal with it. I don't know if y'all could still hear me crunching on my food. All right, so Andy says, awesome. I've seen the warning 4 times and have videos of each show on my channel. Micah says walnuts. No, um, they're like pretzels with peanut butter in them. Strange, but delicious. And of course, I choose something with freaking peanut butter. Um, so Andy says, I saw Jethro Tull last August, and it was my 6th time seeing them, making them #1 for most concerts, but the warning will break that record for sure. In regards to, see, y'all, this is what's up. In regards to the #1 of mine who I've seen the most, y'all went to 8 NSYNC concerts over the time of, so 2 times for each of their big tours in different in my city, and then so each of those tours I went to the one in my city, and then the second one was elsewhere, each time different. One time in Detroit, one time in Cincinnati, one time in Pennsylvania. Oh no, 3 of them I went to other places. The other one I saw both in my town. So yeah. I that's part of my background. The boy band era. And I still am I am still a forever NSYNC fan. I've seen Tool twice. They are fantastic. God Forbid and In Flames, those two I metal wise, I don't know how many times I've seen them because they would come to Columbus a lot back when I was in college. James says, I went to my first metal concert this summer. It was Disturbed, and I was blown away the way the music vibrated through my entire body. I'll tell you, this is horrible. If I've seen Disturbed, it had been in one of the festivals, which is hard for me to remember who all I've seen at the different festivals I've been at. But I know for a fact they are fantastic live. Even if I wasn't there, I just know. And I'm really excited. I'm really crossing my fingers because Disturbed and Falling in Reverse are on tour right now, and they're coming close to me in like a month, and I'm currently pretty broke, so fun money is not in the funds right now, but dang. I want to see them is what I'm trying to say. Disturbed and Falling in Reverse. Micah says, it's very nice to see you react, but kind of cheap to answer as fast. I would like to, but this is where it goes. I don't know what you mean, Micah. Hello, Ron R. Thank you for being here. How are you? Micah says Tool. Oh, yeah. I tried to do a freaking reaction video of Schism with the video and copyright strikes over and over. I tried to edit multiple different ways. And so I guess I got to do lyric videos for Tool. Andy says, you seem like you live in my neck of the woods. I live about 40 miles north of Dayton, Ohio. I am in Columbus. I'll just say that now. I usually I don't. I'm like, whatever. Y'all will find out sometime, probably. Yeah, I'm in Columbus. Central Ohio. Oh, thank you, GM. Says, hey, everyone, don't forget to smash that like button. GM says, and Rush, hell yes. I have seen Rush. They are fantastic live. I am sad that Neil Peart is dead because, damn, what a drummer. But I was very, very lucky and got to see Rush before he passed away at the Time Machine tour. Oh my God, what a fucking amazing concert. Y'all, if any of you don't like cussing, take it or leave it. I do not censor it. I do not clip it. I do not put sounds over it. I just felt the need to do that. PS. You will never see me filter that. Andy says the charismatic voice reviewed Bad Man by Disturbed today. I learned that song is nominated for a Grammy. I have not heard it yet. I don't, well, okay, I say that. That it's an inaccurate statement in the fact that I may have heard it but didn't know the name of it. But I love the charismatic voice. She is so cool. I love her. I want to say she was one of the very first reactors I came upon years ago. It was a couple years ago, and it was via YouTube stuff that my kid was watching. Probably for like Frozen, something to do with Frozen. Like one of those songs. Ron says, doing fine, thanks. And how are you? I'm pretty freaking good. Like, this was very impromptu. But I woke up this morning and I had good energy. And I love the interaction of being alive. So I'm feeling good because I decided I wanted to do this and I'm doing it and I love it. I have to leave soon to head to get my kiddo out of school. A little less than an hour. But I am doing well, thank you. GM says, Bad Man is a good song. I hope that it is picked. Oh. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Mike, I see. Just mean its response is delayed, so it's like answering too late. That's okay. Ron says, The Warning is by far my favorite rock band, but not only for their music, but their inspiring backstory. I can't wait today. I will be reacting to them. I couldn't tell you when, but it's going to happen. GM says, always hard to keep up in chat, Micah. You have to learn to keep several different subjects floating around in your mind at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate you guys' patience too as I get used to all of this. Andy says, rest in peace, Neil Peart. Paulina, the drummer for The Warning, is the best singer drummer I have ever seen, even better than Phil Collins. Nice. Andy says I'm a patron for Charismatic Voice and an unofficial moderator for her premieres. Elizabeth is having trouble recovering from COVID. Oh no. Did she recently get it? Poor thing, that sucks. I had it twice and like I still have times. It's very strange. I've had COVID twice. And I'll still have random times where I lose my uh uh sense of smell or sense of taste. Oh my gosh, GM, towards your Disturbed concert. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that game. Heart. I love that. Thank you. Oh, that's another question I have. What do I'm thinking about doing one of those buy me a coffee sites. I have not I need to do some research. I have not like clicked on any like I've never looked to see what YouTubers have them and what they look like. Um but what are you guys' thoughts on those? Uh man. Anyhow, yeah, that's no fun. COVID is no fun. And it's so strange. I have like weird random moments when I do not have taste. And he says Elizabeth and her husband and 1 year old son got COVID. Husband and son are doing better, but Elizabeth's still hurting. COVID has now affected her eyes. Oh, jeez. That's awful. Yep, I'm right there with you, GM. Says, oh, geez, Andy, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hope she requires quickly, and I'm right there with you. It's it's wild. And he says, what is your next reaction to Angelina Jordan? Well, I will say it's sometime this week. It's either going to be Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. And I have not decided what is next. There's too many. Um, maybe you can, maybe Andy, just put one out. Don't give me a list of suggestions. Suggest one thing and I'll take it. I'll roll with it. Micah says, my dad is suffering COVID and dementia. Yeah, typos. You're good. That's awful. I'm so sorry, Micah. You're fine. I think I still want to do a cover. Um Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I was trying to think of like which covers that I would want to hear most. My head went to Fly Me to the Moon. Is that one she does? I've done the NGT, the AGT, and put a spell on you. I'm like, have I done anything else? I don't think so. I know the 200 plus is just blows my mind. Hence the reason I really think I'm going to put some sort of wheel together for her and just press go and just whatever the wheel says I do, because I cannot decide. I don't know if it was you, Andy, or someone was like, all you got to do is just put like years, ages, and then select from what. I'm like, nope, I just need something to tell me exactly one song to pick to do. Micah's shit, my keyboard is ruining it, so I have to push Alt 121 to acquire Y. A nightmare when you want to write fast. Oh, that's awful. As I laugh, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at I laugh at things that I probably shouldn't. Ron says Suspicion Minds, when she was 16 in the studio, she made it her own. Seriously. Ooh. Andy suggests what a difference a day makes. And the video has more than 11 million views. Okay, now I have 2. And I'm okay with that. Suspicious Minds. That was one of the ones that was on my radar. Oh, what time is it? Okay, still got time. What a difference. What a difference a day makes. They are on the list. All right, Andy says Suspicious Minds by Angelina is incredible. She's a huge fan of Elvis and has made friends with Priscilla. That is awesome. How freaking cool. GM says, I used Buy Me a Coffee to request songs on a couple channels. Fair warning, if you institute it, be prepared for me to be requesting Marco Hayala songs. Marco H. Oh, yeah, Marco from. Okay, I know who Marco is now. Brain cut up. R says Angelina did Feeling Good when she was 10 on Norwegian TV. Phenomenal performance. Ooh, I just like got chills thinking of the possibilities of what she did with that. No more suggestions. You're gonna wait. Not. I shouldn't say that. At this very moment, I will take all the suggestions, and I probably have. I mean, I have a massive list. And there's so many. Yep, Marco's from Nightwish, right? Yes, the ex-bassist male vocalist. Love his solo work. That'll be fun to check out. So like I'm trying to think how to go about. So your idea or the idea of buy me a coffee to request songs. So those would automatically go to the top of the list and in whatever order they would be requested. Yeah, and done in whatever order they'd be requested. But like, it's like at the same time, I wonder how many. I don't know. I wonder how they do that. Do you know how they go about that for the ones that are paid requests? Because, like, I would say that those are top priority. So is that just how they go about it? Or do they not really talk about that? It's like, how can you? I love the idea, obviously. It's fantastic. Like it says, to prevail, Viking would catch some waves. Slaughter to prevail. I'm trying to think if I know of them. Like you're saying, am I reading that correctly? As Slaughter to Prevail is the band and Viking is the song? Okay, so Andy says, buy me a coffee or setting up PayPal seem to be the best ways for donation requests since those payment methods take least percent, and yes, they should get type priority. Absolutely. I mean, that's what I would think. Peeps are paying for it. Yeah. With PayPal, you need a way for the donator to send you the request since you can't send a message with money. Like a link, like a pay link. So Slaughter Prevail, the guy growls like nobody. Ooh, that's fun. So and then so I someone suggested to do like a link pinned to the live that goes to multiple links, such as Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. So I think I'm going to do that. Ron says, and this is another suggestion for you. Ava Cassidy, blues, folk, and jazz vocalist and guitar. She died in 96 at the age of 33 from cancer. Her version of Over the Rainbow is best ever recorded. I know the name. I don't know if I know that I've seen the requests, suggestions for her. But and she died in 96. Wow. So yeah, that's I think I know she's on my list, but I'm writing it down right now. You can I will just say this, and I don't know why. I don't know why it is, but Over the Rainbow. There's things that my initial thought on Over the Rainbow The number of times it has been redone is a little intense for me. And I understand why people redo it. And I understand it's really cool because there are some really great arrangements of it. But that is like one of those, and so this, I say this because it's one of those that like I would not like be like I would not be moved to be like, oh, I'm gonna do a reaction on this because I feel like I've heard it so many different ways, and I don't, and I'm also weird in that I don't like oh my gosh, why am I having a blank? The movie. The heck? Total blank. Wizard of Oz. That movie creeps me out. Creeps. I like. I think I was scared of it as a kid, and I don't. Yeah, it just creeps me out. But and why not? Why not react to it? In this case, like this is what I'm here for. Right, Jam. Yeah, we. That's what I was I was asking about. Buy me a coffee. Oh, okay. Buy me a coffee day, where I go on, and that's like what it is. Okay, 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 okay. My brain catching up. GM, the ones that have done got to the top of the playlist, usually done the very next day. So, are you saying do a buy me a coffee day live type of thing, or buy me a coffee day of the week? So, like, I think I'm reading. You're fine, Micah. Misfits, absolutely. I'll be doing this for like 2 years before I run out of content ideas. I feel like, and I'm still doing my fight. No matter what, and y'all don't have to watch it if it's not your thing. But no matter what, I will still do my Falling in Reverse reviews or reactions because I'm obsessed. Those are my selfish videos. They, Jim, they're on the list. I thought weren't we talking about them earlier? No, we weren't. We were talking about Irion. Yes, Aurora's on the list as well, GM. Oh yeah. Well, okay, and maybe that's another thing. It's funny that I have this like weird aversion to the song. And pretty much every version that I've heard has made me cry, so but that's not why I have that aversion to it. Like that's not why I don't like it. Cuz I cry a lot of things, many things. Not just music, just overall. Uh get very emotional very easily. But yeah, I mean, no matter what, and maybe that is maybe it's like subconsciously the reason why I want to react because literally every single version I've heard, probably. Regardless of, like, if I absolutely love the arrangement, it just makes me cry. I don't even know why. It's just a powerful song. It really is a powerful song. Best to make reaction videos for donation requests. Some reactors make reaction videos from their live streams. James says, well, while the channel is still relatively small, I would disagree, Andy. Some people just can't afford to pay for requests, and I think subscribers should have a say also. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, that's what's hard. It's so hard. And what's more challenging is, and again, it's a fantastic challenge to have, is, one person will suggest like 10 different things, five of the one artist, and then five other artists. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, where do I begin? GM said eventually you're going to become so big that you may have to go to paid only, but maybe you could figure out something. Well, I could do, no matter what. I think what would be cool is do a wild card day every week, and that be pull from the list of massive requests via comments. Via normal comments. And the wild card would be someone either I've never heard of, I've never yet reacted to. Yeah. Never heard of or never reacted to. It's not new to me and or not reacted to. I don't know why I said that like three different times. Buy me a coffee day of the week. Okay. I like that. I think I like that idea. Micah says, don't worry about that. I'm a man in the 50s that can cry easily just by watching news. Yeah, I mean, I could cry at a freaking commercial if it has any form of emotion to it. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous. I'm crybaby. It can be I'm happy, I'm sad, I am just overwhelmed with whatever emotion. I'd be crying. Mad. Oh, if I get pissed, be sure there will be tears as well. Laughing and crying. All the things. And there is not even like, if I wanted to hold them back, I want to be able to, I can't. I've just fully embraced that about myself. Okay, Andy. Could also have polls on your community page. Give 4 choices and allow your viewers to vote for a winner. I'm writing this down. Community page. Polls. choices. Viewers get to pick, get to vote. Okay, so, yeah, James says, yes, that's a good way. Andy says, people love to vote in polls. And yes, they do. You're right. They get to have their voice heard. So, in regards to, like in my head, this is in regards to, for those suggestions and recommendations via comments, whether or not they're, yeah, that aren't doing the buy me a coffee type thing, that aren't able to pay. Which, first of all, I want to say something. I am that person. Like, I don't. There are a number of people that I would love to, and this, I'm sure, who knows, gets changed. I am one of those people that there are multiple Patreons that I would love to, subscribe to, but it's just not an option for me right now. So I 100% am understanding it. Like, and I had no idea that it was gonna grow like this. So I had zero like prep, zero prep. All right, Andy needs to get going. Thanks for the chat. Make it a great day, everyone. Same to you, Andy. And pretty cool that we're in the same area. Have an awesome day. Yeah, I gotta get going in about 10 minutes ish. Micah says, it is a release of emotion. I really care about animals, but somehow humans are afraid of me. Uh, kind of like, is that kind of like the, like someone is like intimidated, but you're like in reality a teddy bear type of thing? James says the important thing is to remember that it is your channel. The important thing is that you like the music you're listening to and that you have the final say on what appears on your channel. James says the only problem with day of the week buy me a coffee is that you may end up doing multiple reactions in one day. Right. Which I don't have an issue with. Truly. I mean, unless it gets out of hand. Like I've up maximum of 4. I don't know, maybe 5. I don't know how. I'm like trying to think of like, what can I get done and upload it in time? Like I said today, as I live alone with my dog and mouse. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. No, this is no offense to you in any way. This is just my ADD brain making connections that it should never make. And it's not even like a direct connection. It's just weird ADHD ness. Micah, when you said that, my brain immediately pictured the show Dexter in the last season where he lives in the woods alone. Well, except with his daughter, I think, or something. He lives alone, basically, and is complete. Anyhow, when you said that, that's what Dexter came to mind, and not because I think But yay, ADD makes the weirdest, most sometimes inappropriate uh connections. FYI, I love the show Dexter. I'm going to look at something for a moment. Oh God, I got a couple calls. Hopefully they were important. No. Uh, sorry, Micah. It is okay. No, ciao for Angelina. Do endless love if you want a good cry. It is definitely on the list, and it's like I think that that is. I think that's one thing that's hard for me, which is silly because like I really just I like I said I embrace the fact that I cry a lot, and there are certain things that I know I'll just like bawl like a freaking baby. So, and again, it's not me like being embarrassed or ashamed. No, it's just me like, am I ready to do that on camera? Not because I'm embarrassed, just am I ready? Be covering my face because I don't want to look at it. I mean, watch series like that. I'm a real woodsman. Fantastic. I like that's awesome. I just don't know why my head went there. I guess I just saw the woods and in my head I saw a cabin in the woods. And then that connected to Dexter. I have a quick question, then I'm gonna have to get off here soon. Uh One thing I noticed on my previous lives was when I did the replay or like when I have them like leave them up for people to watch them afterwards. On mobile, they don't have the live chat feed. Is that just normal or is there a setting that I need to change? Either like do I need to add that onto my screen so that everyone sees it? Because on PC, like when you watch it on TV or well, TV or I don't know about TV. Uh, I know that when you watch it on like laptop or PC, computer, whatever, the chat is there. All right, Ron, you have an awesome day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you and everyone. Jim says, I think that's a cool way to live if you have the skills, Micah. I have the best of both worlds. Large woods behind me and a major road that takes me anywhere I want to go in front. I love that. That's cool. Both, ways of living. So awesome. That's cool, Jim, that you have the both. Oh, best of both worlds. Bear with me. Mike says, get Gabe, I used to. Oh yeah, gay. Okay, why? Uh, I used to be a park ranger, outdoor instructor, specialty in survival. That's awesome. I would not survive, even with good training. I have too much of a, I don't know, suburbanite, which is I hate. I don't like suburbia, but I am. It is what I am. It's the only thing I know in regards to how I have lived. I like to say that when the business grows and I have the funds, which I will, because I just know it. Um, I like to say I want to have multiple houses in multiple different environments, such as a city loft, a suburban house, a country home, mountain home, a beach home. I have big aspirations for myself. Oh, and a desert home. I want somewhere. I want to live in Arizona somewhere. I understood Micah though, because now I knew what the heck was going on. Alexandre, hello. Wow, I was watching your videos like an hour ago. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. I do need to leave. Two, I suck at leaving and saying goodbye. I have like max 5 more minutes. Uh, all right. Okay, thank you so much. Says I'm out. The wild turkeys just showed up under my bird feeder, and I want to make sure there is food for them. That is awesome. Yes, great chat. I agree. Please do it again, Jinx. I will. I want to do um talk time on Tuesdays that is one thing I want to do every week. I have to go pick up my kid from school. Hashtag mom life. But I have like 5 more minutes. I'm like I'm like stretching it as much as I can. How are you today? Sniper sergeant in Finnish army. Wow. My and I don't know if this should be a proper uh initial reaction to that. I mean, it is what it is. But my initial reaction was like, that's badass. Probably really isn't actually badass, but it is, if that makes sense. I don't think any job in the army is badass as the person being it in whatever has been experienced, but the skills, there you go, the skills of that is badass. I know. Alexandre. I look at me. I'm like whispering your name, Alexandre. I feel like I'm not saying that right. That's sad. I just got here, lol. But that's all right. Thanks for being such a cool reactor and such a cool person. Watched your Run videos and the Nightwish video. My absolute favorite band. You watched them live and met Floor in person last year. That is so cool. I love that. Oh my god, Night. All of these freaking artists are so good. Like I'm like, do I want new podcast clients or do I just want to do this like 100% full time? No, I do. I need at least a few podcast clients. Sorry, that was just a random thought process. This is what I've been thinking about. Like, how do I balance this and the existing company? Like, what does that look like? That was actually a question I asked early on, if anyone is like, what people think about, like, not necessarily in the reaction videos, but like as a side part of the channel, me talking about what I do. I can say you're in a good track with this community you created here. I 100% agree, and I feel like I created it. I don't know, y'all found me, and it's fucking amazing. Micah, did you say I'm a cutie? Like you? What? Did you want me to read that out loud? Like purposefully? Or are you saying, like, I'm trying to yeah, whatever. It's 2:15, y'all. Micah, oh, Fred says Flora is a badass but very sweet. Those are the best humans. Enza Vince. Enzel Vince. I'm going to call you Enza. And I don't currently have a translation thing right now. I need to set that up. Enza, okay. Hello. Like it says, might have, but sentence got cut off by me pushing wrong button. Okay. Italy. Awesome. What area in Italy? My great grandparents are from Italy, from both sides, my mom and my dad. Um, but I've never been. Well, as you have to go, I hope you have an absolute wonderful day, a great week for you and your whole family. And please continue with your reactions. They help me a lot with my anxiety. Oh my goodness. Well, I will not be stopping anytime soon, and I will have something uploaded today. But it's today is going to be a falling in reverse. Uh, last resort reimagined. Anyhow, greetings from Brazil. That's awesome. Patty says, "Keep going, keep on going." Oh, I'm not going. Oh, I shall. Bologna, Bologna, Bologna. I should know how to say that because I took 4 years of Italian in high school, of which I do not have never been able to speak fluently, but it's a freaking awesome language. Anyhow, unfortunately, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go and actually make sure I press stop on the stream. I don't want to leave, but I gotta. I gotta adult. I gotta be mom. I mean, literally, I touched the button on the side of mouse. Hey, I get it. All right, y'all. I guess to go. Thank you so much for everyone who has been here from start to finish. Thank you to anyone who watches this afterwards. If you watch the whole thing, you are freaking amazing, amazing human. I appreciate every single subscriber. I've got a few patrons. Thank you. And, well, I will definitely be seeing y'all, or I'll be back on here on Tuesday next week. And hell, I might do like a 12 o'clock one and then like an evening one. Because every other week I co-parent, so every other week he's my kiddo's with his dad. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. All right, Patty, thank you. Micah, Alexandria or Alexandra. Can I call you Alex so that I don't feel uh yeah, tell me what you would like me to call you cuz I feel it's just an ADD thing. It's a neurodivergent thing. I get weird about names and make my own versions up. All right. Bye guys. Love y'all. See you next time.